Hi, my name is Joseph Alai. Welcome to my channel. And today I want to talk about becoming versus doing. And what I mean by that is changing the self instead of continuously changing the external through manifestation. And the reason I bring this up is because, I just released my VIP, the Discord chat where my community VIP members are in there talking, and we had this conversation about the amount that we get drained or tired when we continuously have to react and manifest over and over and over the same thing. So when I was conversing with them in the chat, I was basically explaining that I had gone through that before. I had always been feeling like I had to manage and control the world in a way that's reactive because that's the way that I was used to in the past. But when I began to change myself through changing assumptions, ideas, beliefs, attitudes, through imagination, not through brute force or psychology, but through manifestation, then everything changed, and I could relinquish my control on the world and live such a more happy and peaceful, a peaceful life, you know? And so I just wanted to say before we begin, definitely subscribe to this channel for more laser-targeted, systematic ways to manifest in a predictable manner, the essence of manifesting. Like this, it does something with the algorithm. Other people, it's been working. Other people who may not have been able to see this will see this information. And also the first workshop of the VIP is taking place on Saturday and Sunday, so definitely check that out, vip.josephali.com. And so let's just jump right into this. This is super important. This is something that is absolutely crucial when it comes to being peaceful and integrating manifesting into your lifestyle and converting from the old lifestyle to the new lifestyle. One of the things that I used to do, during the midst of the beginning of my manifestation career was I was continuously managing and controlling the world. I remember that it was a couple of years ago, especially while working. It was basically anything that my life was involved in, but while working, I would always try to control things to make it fit the way that I felt. So if something happened, if my job title was switched a little bit, or if a project I was put on was terrible, then I would just always be imagining, I would always be manifesting all the time, trying to control and manage the way things worked. I would do the same thing with my relationships. I would imagine for some specific thing. I may receive it, but then if something contrary happens, again, I'm imagining. And it's a continuous cycle over and over and over. And there's a solution to this. What happens is eventually I was so tired. I remember talking to one of my friends, and I was explaining to him how tired I was for having to control everything. And he was just really confused. I mean, he knew about manifesting, but he just didn't understand why I had to do this and why things weren't going in a normal way. And I was trying to explain to him that, listen, I know my life beforehand was just chaos. Everything always went out of control. I had nothing but bad luck. That's what I knew. That's what I believed that with all my being. No matter what, all I had was bad luck. So therefore, when I began to manifest, there was this constant idea in my mind, this responsibility to continuously manifest things so that they turned out in my favor. And I'm not even talking about in a selfish way. I'm just saying, things always used to be really bad, so I had that responsibility then because that was my natural state to control things to make sure they didn't go bad. And so for years I lived like this, and I burnt myself out of manifesting for a while. And when I had that conversation with him, and he was just like, you don't need to manage and control anything. That's not how you're supposed to live. You're supposed to live and let live and just let everything go. Trying to explain to him that that's not the way that my life works. And then I realized that, of course, that's not how my life works, because I haven't changed my true state. I haven't changed my true self, right? My state that is just natural, my natural state. And so then and there, I began to alter the way that I went about living life. So the exhaustive nature of having to control what people are saying, doing, what my job, what my career is like, the types of events that I encounter, the good luck that I have, that was a full-time job, right? But what I realize is that now, in retrospect, the old man, when we live in this world and not know how to manifest, we live in that reactive world. We are in that reactive world. So that means that everything that comes our way, we have to meet it as it comes. That's what happens when we don't manifest. That's just how I lived for over 20 years. And eventually what happens is we find out how to manifest. We figure it out. We say, oh, I can control and manage everything in this world. I can start to get everything that I want. And so we apply manifesting to the old world. But we're a new man in the old world. And being that new man in the old world, we don't need to live reactive anymore. Instead, what we can do is we change the natural state. We change our state. So instead of continuously reacting to the world, we become a different person, and then all the world changes. So the difference that I'm talking about here is instead of waiting for things to happen and then manifesting them to change, which can happen infinitely, and I'm sure you can relate to this, we instead change our assumptions, we change our beliefs, we change our attitudes and ideas and the way that we believe that the world works. But the thing about the world and our experience is that the experience will always be in accord with our beliefs. So for me, in that previous state, I believed that everything was against me. I believed that I had very bad luck. I believed that things fell apart if I didn't manage it properly. And that includes relationships, jobs, happiness, freedom, right? Because my experience showed me that I had bad luck, man. I kept getting in trouble. I kept getting locked away, all this crazy stuff. But converting that to the idea that the world is for me, everything works out in my favor. All my relationships are smooth. My jobs are always something I enjoy. When we begin to shape our beliefs, we don't have to manage and control the world anymore because the world will automatically begin to shape towards our beliefs. I always say this analogy, but it's like when we continuously change manifestation after manifestation of the reactive world, it's like changing the fruit on a tree, but we're the tree. So the fruit comes out, that's this bad event. We change it, but guess what? We're still the same tree. So we got to change the tree and then all the fruit changes. So the way to do this is to create beliefs and assumptions. And real quick, the way I'll kind of outline the way that you could do this is you look at what's going on. You check out what's going on. You say, okay, this keeps happening to me. This person keeps doing this to me. My job keeps doing this to me. This happens to my finances. This happens to my freedom. This happens to my personality. This happens to my happiness or sadness. On a continuous basis, and I'm continuously manifesting it. So that's a perfect frame to convert now into assumptions. So instead of continuously just imagining the person or the thing or the job changing over and over and over, we say, okay, now I'm going to become what I want to experience, in the sense of the world treats me amazing. My job is perfect. Money comes to me always with ease. My relationships are smooth and effortless and lovely, and all these, whatever we want, we create, we write these down, and then we can either play them in subconscious mind tapes, or we can imagine having a conversation with someone about them in first person point of view, as if it's already done, always as if it's already done. But this is how you change your state. So after I changed my state, I could rest finally. I'm talking about years of managing and controlling with my imagination. It's so tiring. But when I switched myself, when I started to write these things down, whether it took a day, a week, a month, they all changed. Everything changed. I'm no longer that person. Everything that happens to me is good luck. And I don't even have to continuously imagine for little tiny menial events, because they're automatically taken care of anyway, because I've changed the person that I am. So if you're struggling with managing and controlling and you're tired, take those things that you're continuously manifesting over and over and over again and convert them into beliefs. And then you will no longer have to imagine. The world will take care of these. You will automatically, awareness will make these events conform to your awareness, and you won't have to manage and control anymore. You can rest. So it's worth it. Do that, and then you will no longer be in the reactive world. You'll be in a proactive world where the world automatically is conformed to you, not you conforming to the world. So anyway, I hope you like this. Subscribe, definitely subscribe for more laser-targeted, systematic ways to manifest what you want. Hit the bell icon, stay tuned for more. Thank you.